Hi everyone, welcome to the Playlist Party UK online, brought to you by the Pit London and Kimani More. And as you know, this takes place every Sunday at 6 p.m. So we want to just thank you for coming back and joining us again for another Sunday session. And in case you don't know, this is an event where artists have the opportunity to play their music and receive instant feedback. Now, everyone needs to make sure that the Zoom name is the name that we know the most by. So if you're a music professional, if you're an artist, just so we can shout you out if you know we are playing your song and we can tap you in, or if you want to just jump in and give feedback. Now, if you can watch back our last session on the Pit London YouTube channel, and today tracks will be played for a maximum of 2 minutes. So if you've seen last time, we're going to try and play it for, if we can play it longer, a bit later, but for now it's just 2 minutes. And the panel today, we're going to be giving feedback. Now on the panel today, we have Tramell, who also goes by DJ Darksepper, and she's also a market manager at Bleep.com. We have Naomi, she's our radio producer with us at Pit London, so she's heard a lot of your music as well. We have Jojo, who works with me on doing events. She's also a DJ herself, and she's going to be doing a guest mix tonight for us on our Reprezent show, which is today at 8 p.m, so definitely looking for that. And we've got a special guest today. We've got Remi Burgz in the building. She's been on following us from the beginning, and she's wanted to have her on the show with us on the panel. So she's a radio host on Reprezent Radio, and she's also a producer at Capital Xtra, and she'll also be shelling down in live sets with DLT Brunch and Centex. So she's going to be giving some feedback to you today. Now, we're going to go into our Q&A. Hey, Ewan.
How you doing, guys? You all right?
Now, Ewan's worked with labels such as Ministry of Sound, Defected Records, and he's now the COO of Notting Hill Academy of Music, Notting Hill Arts Club, and Relentless Records. And today we're going to be discussing how to run a successful label from the ground up. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Now, throughout this, please make sure you are tagging Playlist Party UK, and you are tagging Pit London and Kimani More. And yeah, just let's have fun in the chat. And I just want to get into it. So, I just want to ask you, how did you and Shabs found Relentless Records?
Bit of a history lesson then. 21 years ago, I was general manager at Ministry of Sound, which is obviously was one of the biggest independent record labels in the world at that point. It's now wholly owned by Sony, as they sold out for the corporate buck about 3 years ago, around the value of about 70 million for the recorded music part of Ministry of Sound. So, but back in the day, in the late 90s, there was like a variety of different styles of music happening within dance music. There was house, there was progressive house, there was jungle, there was drum and bass, there was garage, there was trance, and it was almost like pop dance. And we wanted to try and have a company at that point that could cover each and every area that would fuel our main business, which our main business at the time was compilation albums. And compilation albums like The Annual, Clubber's Guide to Ibiza, Clubber's Guide to Trance, Clubber's Guide to Garage, and all those different titles that we had. And we were well covered with trance and house with Incentive. We did a label with a label deal with Nick Hawkes, who set up XL Recordings and Positiva and brought him into the fold, and we set up Incentive Records, and that was very much in the trance area. We also did a deal with a company called Renaissance, and that was very much progressive house. And obviously Simon Dunmore's label, which still exists today as Defected, was very much in the house arena. But we knew there was a definitive UK underground urban scene happening. And previous to working at Ministry, I was head of label management at a distribution company. And I looked after certain labels that put out records by artists such as the Raga Twins and Shut Up and Dance, as well as doing more of the pop side of stuff and dance music in Rosala and Everybody's Free to Feel Good, Urban Cookie Collective, The Key, The Secret, all classic records. And I knew there was something bubbling, and that thing that was bubbling at that point in the sort of, the first record that brought the attention to the bubble was probably Shanks and Bigfoot, Sweet Like Chocolate, right? And garage was happening. There was something going on out there in garage, and we thought, you know, with that Shanks and Bigfoot record, it was, you know, it was definitely a groundbreaking moment, in, you know, a breakthrough moment for UK urban underground music coming through and charting. And I'd worked with Shabs on Ragga Twins and Shut Up and Dance prior to going to ministry, so I was aware of him. And he discovered a record by Arthur Dodger featuring Craig David called Rewind, and we desperately wanted that to be part of our launch into the garage compilation market. And we presented him with a deal, and we did a joint venture with Shabs for 3 years. It started in 1999 with that release, which unfortunately didn't get to #1 because it spent 3 weeks at #2 in the singles chart. It was beaten off by Cliff Richard's Millennium Prayer, which I don't know if any of you remember that dreadful song. So we continued to furrow in that area, and we released records by, you know, Daniel Bedingfield, B15, Christine Blonde, and then we came across a group in Battersea called So Solid Crew, and we released and spent all that money on that video for 21 seconds, and that was probably one of the proudest moments of working for Relentless, in being able to, you know, sort of break an act that basically changed the face of UK black culture and music forever, and opened, you know, almost like a roadmap for what we have today in, you know, the likes of Stormzy and Dave. You know, if So Solid Crew hadn't broke through at that time, forget Wiley, forget all of these ones wouldn't have broken through, forget, you know, sort of gigs and all of them. It definitely opened up, you know, a pathway for that style of music. So back in the day, that was probably, I can see a question in the chat there, that was probably one of the biggest and most important records and proudest moments I had working for Relentless. And then bringing it back up to date, the proudest moment I have in the Relentless current roster is the Gang project that we're doing with Heady One. It's something that it was a bit of a Marmite project to the original fan base, but it was something that that we wanted to push him on in an area that you know, he could still hold on to his drill fan base, but you know, push him into areas that would be accepted, you know, him as a real artist. If we were back in the real world, that Gang project is something that you would have seen on the likes of Later with Jules on BBC Two, or, you know, a special on it on BBC Four about, you know, the project and who we got involved in the project. Everybody from Jamie XX to Sampha to FKA Twigs opens that project up to a whole new audience of creatives. It's the type of thing you would potentially see on a Mercury nominations list, and it has certainly worked wonders for us in moving Heady on from just being an artist who sold previously in the UK. It has certainly moved us into areas around the world that have jumped on this project based on, you know, the people that are involved in it, and the fact that the music's fucking great. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know if you're...
Oh, you can swear, yeah, don't worry about it. We're keeping it real here. Now, I just want to ask, you know, just like with the label you're talking about, you know, what you're doing with Heady One, and then, you know, taking on people like So Solid Crew at the beginning. I remember we used to see like 30 people at the Brit Awards and stuff like that. So I would say, what were the challenges you had in setting it up? Like, how's that different today?
Today, well, how was it different back then to us? I think back then it was a bit of we were all learning on the hoof and learning to do it as it was happening, right? And certainly, you know, sort of late 90s, early 2000s, it was very much we were in a physical world and we were selling physical product, i.e., you know, singles and albums, vinyl and CD. And then, you know, sort of 2001, 2002, obviously, Napster started appearing with, you know, Sean Fanning, the distribution of music for free, and now up to today we have the DSPs with, you know, Deezer, Amazon, Spotify, and Apple, and you know, it's a different way that people consume music, so it's a different way you have to market it, and you know, there's no longer is it let's get product into HMV, Our Price, Woolworths, and Virgin, and the indies, and we might get in the charts. You've got so many more areas to cover and concentrate on now that need to be treated with respect and treated differently, because they all have their own brands to protect. Interestingly enough, the biggest increase in, you know, streaming sales over the last 2 months has been with Amazon, right? And because everybody's realised that if you've got an Amazon Prime account, which a lot of people already had, you can get music on that Amazon Prime account. So Amazon's becoming a really big player in the now, and it's how we approach them and what, you know, content we can give to them to give us leverage within those retailers, as they call them, rather than retailers, you know. So and how they win is the exclusive content that they get, and some of them, or we make exclusive content for them. That's, you know, a bit of a difference than, you know, back in the day when you had sort of 4 areas you were concentrating on. Try to get your records into high street retail or the independent stores. Try to get your records on radio, playing live, a bit of press, and that was it. Now you've got to think of the whole world of social media and how you take that to a different level. And, you know, there's a variety of different ways to do it. And you know, marketing is really important, and having an understanding of being unique in marketing rather than just being a sheep. Try and be different about what you do, and try and be, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day about it, and I'd rather people had 10 really shit ideas, but one of them might actually work, right? Rather than having no ideas. I've got no ideas. I don't know how to do this. You do. We all have ideas. Ideas come from all over the place. Ideas come when you're in the shower. Ideas come when you're watching TV. Ideas come when you're sitting on the bus. Ideas come when you're out for your walk. You're exercising. There's loads of ideas out there. Just be unique.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to ask, like, I know we had in a chat from Jojo Frey. So what does Relentless Records look for when taking on an artist? I guess it stems from that sort of uniqueness, maybe.
That's a really viable question at the moment. I'll answer it a bit like a politician. I'll answer it in a different way. You know, what is a record company's job? A record company's job is to enhance what's already there, right? And use the leverage that it has to enhance an already on the runway project, certainly within a major record label. The days are gone of major record labels developing artists over 2-3 years and then launching them into an unsuspecting public, and the album fails, nobody buys it, and I'm sorry, those days are long gone, right? The signing to a major record company, it's almost like signing to any part of the music industry. The work doubles for the artist, and the work doubles for the company you're signing to. It's not a case of, wow, I've got a record company now, all I need to do is concentrate on my music. That's bollocks. And somebody did say in the chat there, I was reading, the music is not important. Of course the music's important. The music's the thing that got you there and will get you there. You know, but our job as a record label is to enhance that. So over the last sort of 6 to 9 months, we've actually taken a strategic decision that we won't sign anybody who is not social media savvy. Okay. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying has a lot of likes, has a lot of followers, but somebody who knows how to work social media, right? And I'll use an example of an artist who's not on our label, who has worked social media to the hilt. If you look at what Lewis Capaldi has done on social media, some of you might not like it, some of you might like it, but it's certainly engaged with his fans. He's doing the job that the record company is only enhancing by putting the records out and spending money marketing somebody like that to areas like Tinder, where he did the 6 weeks, I think it was, a campaign on Tinder for Lewis Capaldi, because he's a character, and the industry needs characters. If you are just here to do your music, there's an area for you in the industry. You can probably make money out of that, but success, you measure that in all different levels, and certainly within a major record label, you're measuring success on how much money you make.
Yeah, that's good advice. Now, I just want to say you've got other ventures, and I want to talk about Notting Hill Academy of Music.
Yeah.
So I know that's like, it's a bit different to the label, but I just want to just get an understanding of that. I guess some people might not know.
Well, part of the reason we set up, we've got three businesses. Fundamentally, the three businesses are the Arts Club, which is a live music venue and club. We have Relentless, the label. We do have other businesses behind that. We have a publishing company. We have a distribution arm as well. And when we were setting up the label, we were looking for good people. And unfortunately, a lot of at the higher end of the music industry, there's a lot of nepotism. Right? Oh, he's the son or daughter of him, he should be in the industry. That's fucking rubbish. You're never going to change anything by just employing somebody's son or daughter, right? Just because their dad was successful or their mum was successful. So I hope my kids are on here listening to this. But, we found that there was a lot of nepotism in the industry, and there was also, there's so many music courses out there available across further education, higher education, and university education. And let's look at university. If you go to university for 3 years and you study music, right? I'll take it in 3 different steps, this. If you study music production, you're just going to be taught the way to produce records by the person who's teaching you. Production is a creative part and creative process. You can learn production your own way. Nobody taught Brian Eno how to produce. It came from the creative in his head, right? Performance. Nobody taught Jimi Hendrix how to play guitar, right? And if you're going to university and you're doing a performance degree for 3 years in, say, drums, well, what are you going to be when you come out? You might be able to play in time, or you might join a band, right? They don't teach you anything about the business side of how the music industry works on performance and production. They're just teaching you a craft for you to go out and potentially be in a covers band or in a club band or a wedding band. That's not original, right? And what the music industry is looking for is originality, creativity, and unique, right? So I'll stick on that. So when we started advertising for roles within the label, we started getting a lot of CVs with, from people who'd done performance or production or had done a 3-year degree in music business. And I looked at them and I thought, all the stuff that they've learned in 3 years is actually irrelevant now, because the music business side of the industry changes so quickly. Right, and what you learn in year 1 will be irrelevant by year 3 and completely irrelevant by the time you leave. So, so we decided to set up an academy and train our own.
Wow.
And in our first, the first intake of students, we had 15 students. 12 of them found gainful employment in the music industry, and out of that first couple of years intake, we have had Dan Owusu, who runs Dreamlife Records, which is one of the another imprint of Sony Music, but he went on to work for BMG as head of A&R for UK Urban for 2 years with Glenn Sonko, who works for Twin B at Atlantic and is probably going to follow Twin to Def Jam at Island. We had Rob Ucci, who's our head of UK Urban A&R at Relentless. Walked straight into a job, signed Heady One. So there's 3 examples of, that I've just plucked out of my head, of people that have went on from the course and done really well. And actually, you can probably tell within 3 to 6 months whether somebody's going to survive, sink or swim in this industry. And, a lot of people ask me, and I do the same when I'm interviewing people for the Academy as I would when I'm interviewing people for Relentless. I'm always sitting there thinking, what value can they add? What can they do that I can't do? How can I learn from this? Yeah. And that's what excites me about the Academy as well, is I'm learning every day. I don't know everything. I don't profess to know everything. Yeah.
You get a lot of like that real life experience from people actually in the music industry.
Exactly. I mean, people of my age want to give back as well, and want to give back to the future generations of the music industry to keep it fresh. Exactly.
That's kind of why we even started things like
my most exciting thing is probably on a Friday at midnight or a Thursday night at midnight when New Music Friday comes out. I'm just so interested in new music and hearing new music and seeing where music is going. Right? It's constantly evolving.
I just wanted to get a question in from Gio Frey. Now, what advice do you give for an up-and-coming label? Like, what would you say, what
should you do and what should you not do for an up-and-coming label?
Yeah. Is there 10 poles that a label should have, like a core things a label should have?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just giving you... First and foremost, sign great artists, right? And what I mean by great artists goes back to your question earlier about what do you look for in an artist? Artists who are self-sufficient, because your label is not there to nanny that artist through their career, right? Sign great artists, sign great songs, or find great songs for your artists, because they'll stand the test of time. Don't overspend, because you don't have to. You can be creative on the cheap, and you can find companies that will want to work with you and build their brand off the back of what you're doing if you've signed great artists and you sign great songs. But if you're signing things that, hasn't even done the benchmark test of outside parents, friends and family, you're probably going to struggle, and you'll just be another localized part of what you do, right? So think big and think world. Do not just think one area of the UK or one area of England or one area of London. You've got to think big, because we distribute product to a world now. It's not as if you're just distributing it to the shops in Croydon and Thornton Heath, for want of a better phraseology. Marketing. Be good at marketing and how you can do marketing on the cheap, because that's what you need. How can you enhance what your artists are doing? So I'm using that word enhance again. That's a record label's job. Have open ears. Don't just concentrate on one area, one style of music, right? And we went at Relentless from doing So Solid Crew to signing Joss Stone to now what we do today is from everything from Bryson Tiller to Alan Walker to Tom Walker. 3 completely different styles of music, right? So have open ears and have a vision of where you want to take the label, where you want to be in 6 months, 9 months, 18 months, 5 years, have a vision of what you want to do and how you want to change the world. Because that's what record labels are here to do. Change people's perceptions, change people's, the UK is so steeped in culture and history of music, right, that you know, use that to your advantage. You know, if you go around the world and you look at other countries around the world, you're not getting Stormzy, Adele, Sam Smith, and Ed Sheeran from France, are you? Or Spain, or Italy, or you know. So we're steeped in everything from the Beatles and the Stones right through to the Pistols and the Clash, Oasis and Blur, up to what we have now. So Solid Crew, all our grime stuff, all our jungle, all our drum and bass. You know, it's huge, and we've got to play on that. What else for a label? Find a good distribution company. Right.
Because I was going to ask you a question, like, what is the benefits of like we always get people asking, what's the benefits of signing to a label? But what's the benefits of an indie label signing to a major label?
Money. So, like when, you know, for example, Ministry selling out to Sony, money. Yeah. That's the only reason, money. I mean, realistically, what did Sony get out of buying Ministry of Sound recordings? Not much. A couple of members of staff and a brand, right? Because Ministry didn't have that much in catalogue. They had the London Grammar album, which came with that project as well. But Ministry's taken a wee bit of time now to secure its footing within Sony, and it's now having hits, which, you know, it was never going to happen overnight. And Ministry's definitely jumped on the whole TikTok phenomena at the moment with the records that they have, and that's definitely helped. Again, resurrect their brand. Yeah, money. I'm going to be blunt. It's a business, and you know, if you can't turn that into a business, then it's going to be a hobby, and it's a really good hobby to have. And maybe your hobby should. I have this question quite a few times. If it's your hobby and you don't want to destroy something you love, sometimes maybe moving to a major is not what the thing you want to do.
So you can just get a distribution deal with a major label, and not just like sign.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's companies out there like The Orchard and Platoon and Believe and Absolute, Proper. They're all distribution companies, right? Whereas there's other companies out there like DistroKid and Ditto. They're what's called aggregators. There's a massive difference between distribution and aggregation. Distribution, you'll have a label manager, which is one of the first jobs that I did in the music industry, right? You'll have somebody that looks after your releases and pushes those releases to the curators at the DSPs and makes sure you're marketed properly to the right playlists. An aggregator just spams your music out there, right? It doesn't really care, takes your money and moves on, because an aggregator's job is built on how much content they put through the funnel rather than quality content. So find a good distribution company, and I've named 5 of them there: The Orchard, Absolute, Proper, Believe, and even ADA. Oh, I mentioned ADA as well. These are distribution companies who will help you.
I have a question from Dark Stepper. She's like, what should a label start looking into physical distribution? Oh, sorry, when should a label start looking into physical distribution? It's like vinyls and CDs.
Physical distribution. I mean, the last time we released anything on physical to me means CD and vinyl, right? And we, within Relentless, we normally use a vinyl release as a marketing tool. Right, and the only reason we put vinyl out there is so that it gets more noticed in bigger stores if there's vinyl. Right, we're never going to make money out of vinyl, you know, a major record label. So vinyl very much as a marketing tool. CDs, I mean, obviously, if the artist gets to a certain level, Tom Walker, Bryson Tiller level, then yeah, CDs are manufactured and are still play a big part in certain artists' career trajectory in terms of selling albums. But to be honest, at the moment, you know, if you were to release an album, I'll give you an example of sales in the album chart at the moment. Right? If you were to release an album this week and you sold 10,000 albums week 1 in the UK, you go straight in at number 1. Physical. And that's where the likes of like Jerry Cinnamon's album went straight in with 33,000 sales, I think it was, week 1. A good 80% of them were physical album sales through Amazon. Because obviously there's no shops open at the moment. So Amazon are still fulfilling physical album sales. So.
Well, we're about to let you go because I know you're a busy man. I just want to say, do you have any parting words for anyone, just starting a label, especially in this climate?
I've got a couple of things.
Yeah.
I think I'd encourage anybody who has any set of ears and a bit of intelligence. Anybody can compete in this game. It's not a secret society, the music industry. Anybody can get in, right? There's nobody waiting there with, sort of the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, the golden ticket to get you in. If you don't try it, you'll never know, right? And yeah, you may find some hurdles along the way, and but we all learn from mistakes, and I'm still learning from those mistakes, right? And be humble as well, right? Be humble when you're on the way up, and also be humble when on your way down, and be professional about what you're wanting to do. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it, And the one last thing I want to say is, when you approach labels or you approach people, this is for the people who've got music, decorum is something that plays a long way in how you approach those labels. Try and get a contact within the label so that you've got a name, or try and get somebody else to champion your music to the label so that it's been recommended or referred to. And the reason I'm saying that is there are a lot of people out there who are chancellors, right? I was watching German football yesterday afternoon. The first time football was back in TV for 10 minutes. And my phone went, and somebody, the person on the other end of the phone went, "Is that Ewan from Relentless?" And I said, "Yeah." "Oh, it's such and such. I've got some music I want to send you." I'm like, "Hang on, how did you get my number?" "Oh, I can't tell you that." Do you know what? I'm never going to listen to his music, whether it's good or not. He has interrupted my weekend. Right? Yeah. You don't do that. There's a decorum and there's a way around it. So, there you go. There's a bit of advice at the end.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. If anyone wants to follow Notting Hill Academy Music and learn more, we'll be dropping it in the chat. We'd just like to thank you for your time.
Not a problem. Yeah, check us out online, NottingHillAcademyMusic.com, RelentlessRecs.com, and NottingHillArtsClub.com. Thanks very much.
Thanks. You have a good day. All right, guys.
Cool. We're here.
We're here. Everyone here. Cool,
yeah,
guys. Yeah. So, I'd like to welcome everyone everyone that's going to be on the panel today. If everyone would like to introduce yourself, we'll start with Jojo.
No.
Yeah, okay. So let's start with Remi. How you doing, Remi? You good?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm good.
That was a great chat.
You enjoyed it?
Some insightful stuff.
Good. Glad you enjoyed it. How you doing, Naomi? You good?
I'm good. How's everyone else?
Good.
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Let's go around. What does everyone do? Let's start with Remi.
Okay. I'm a radio presenter, and I'm also a radio producer at Capital Xtra. I'm a host, hype woman. So I like I do like festival stages and stuff, and that's just me really, and I love music.
Amazing. And Jojo?
Yeah, I'm back. So I assist Alfred on all the events at the Pit London. I'm a DJ, and I also host some of my own events in and around London.
Amazing. Naomi?
Hey, I am Naomi. I am the producer for the Pit London show on Reprezent. I'm constantly listening to music. So obviously anyone just send me any music. My Instagram is Naomi __. Day job, I work in TV and do a bit of voiceover work as well. So yeah, that's me.
Wicked. Alfred?
So I'm Alfred, co-founder of the Pit with Tramell, and also do radio promotions at All Ears Music. So yeah, working getting songs on radio and also into clubs when they're around. But yeah, that's what I work in.
Cool. I'm Dark Stepper or Tramell. I co-found the Pit London with Alfred, and I also work at Bleep.com, which distributes vinyl and CD as an online store. So we are in the playlist party section. We're going to play your music and then just going to hand it over to the panel and get everyone's feedback. Also, guys, contribute your feedback in the chat as well. Just make sure it's constructive and not too harsh. So the first track we're going to play is from Mezzy and it's entitled Royal Rumble.
And she told me don't stop, 'cause you're getting closer. But you wait another day, you ain't got no other way. I'm with her and I glow up. That's right. And she hates me blowing those up. She's like, let you have fun with your friend, but don't you make me wait again. I know that things are different now, since we've been on the man. I hope you don't hit the curb when I drive you round the bend. You say you love me still, I pray you don't pretend. I gotta ask you. Yeah, right, yeah, right. Don't even fight, tell her that you slide. Yeah, right, yeah, right. Don't even wanna fight if you tell her that you slide. Yeah, right, yeah, right. Don't even wanna fight, tell her that you slide. Yeah, right, yeah, right. Don't even wanna fight, tell her that you slide. Yeah, right, yeah, right. Don't even fight, tell her that you slide. Yeah, right, yeah, right. Don't even wanna fight if you tell her that you slide. Yeah, right, yeah.
I was just waiting to see if there was like more to the vocals. Sick. That one was like, it's just a vibe, innit? Like it's just good energy. I love the instrumental. I really like the vocal style as well. Yeah, that was cool. It's more of an interlude, I guess.
Yeah, I was waiting for there to be like a verse, like more lyrics of some kind. But it worked as it was. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I felt like I was like cruising. Like, you know, like you're cruising, you're just looking left and right. Yeah, it gave me, it was a certain feel. It was a feel that I had from that song. So yeah.
Got Mezzy in the building. He said that there is a verse on it. Yeah, the track is like 3 minutes long, so we just got a taster for it. But I like it. I like what I heard anyway.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. As soon as it started, to be honest, it was just, you know what I mean?
I hear you. All right. So the next track we're going to play is by Saxon, and it's entitled Rendezvous.
C'est à Roberta.
Sans blague. Ah, comment se faire des amis? Je me soigne. Tu te soignes? Le nouveau guide de l'extase sexuelle. Ça, Roberta aussi?
Je ne savais pas qu'elle lisait ces trucs-là.
Allez, regarde par curiosité. T'es sûr que tu la connais bien, Roberta?
Parlez-vous français, je suis enchanté. I've been practicing that same line since Monday. Prospects were nice, so I won't complain.
Wheel it. Yo! That line was mad!
Yeah, this one's cold. I played it on my show, which is today, by the way, at 8 p.m. on Reprezent.
Yeah. Le nouveau guide de l'extase sexuelle. Ça, Roberta aussi?
qu'elle lisait ces trucs-là.
Allez, regarder par curiosité. C'est sûr que tu la connais bien, Roberta.
Parlez-vous français? Je suis enchanté. I've been practicing that same line since Monday. Prospects were nice, so I won't complain. Elegant face, elegant babe, a bit of Superman. We got magic in place. Carrying babe, stallion ways. Petit déjeuner, oui, je vais manger. Comme à la piscine, je vais me plonger. I thought I'd take a chance somewhere in paradise, living single, confident. Life round here is kinda nice. Penthouse floor, I'm the one angels trying to satisfy. Baby blue, show me love, right to the finish line. You're a free, cool smell. I'm living my best life, blessings all night. Now you can testify. Come on, girl, testify. I'm not even saying it right. I'm not even saying it right. Parlez-vous français? Je suis enchanté. I've been practicing that same line since Monday. Prospects were nice, so I won't complain. Elegant face, elegant babe. Parlez-vous français? Je suis enchanté.
That one is a vibe. This one came in last week as well, so was holding that one in the bag.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's saying, but
yeah, everything.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
How are you, Saxon?
I'm well, thanks. I'm well. How you doing?
Very well.
Oh, is that you? Yeah. Come on.
That's what happens when a random person pops in and they're the one.
Wow.
Remi, have you got a question for Saxon?
Bro, are you ready? Car. That's the question, car. Okay, apart from like the flow, I love it. Like, it was very like, I was never distracted, if that makes sense. I was like always trying to like, think what's next. But then you've got a voice that, I don't know, like, especially ladies, like, they love a deep voice, bro. Like, so that I'm asking you, are you ready? Because that's the ladies are gonna want the voice, bro.
Appreciate
You know
it.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Ready.
It's a very good song, man. I really liked it. It's different. The thing is, I can imagine that live, so I can see you on stage. That's what I can see right now. So yeah.
How long have you been making music for?
It's about 2 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's it,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be speaking soon.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it.
I need that song in my inbox.
Yeah,
that was.
We're gonna forward that one around. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
So the next track we're gonna play is by a singer called J Dream, and this is her track Coffee.
Bad news. I'm just bad news. Good things come in twos, and I'm just as bad as you. Good thing the two, the Bonnie and Clyde, the money and the who. Bad news. I'm just bad news. Good things come in twos, and I'm just as bad as you. How did you feel when you had me? Look what you did when you had me. Moving so slow, looking no sheepish like this shit was easy. I know you feel me. You know better than anyone. Put you through your paces, that was just for fun. Try to treat me like a toy. Yes, silly move, that boy. What happened to that boy? Give a fuck about your love. I'm loyal to the code. I'm ghost.
So that one there, J Dream, Coffee. Naomi, you're the R&B queen on this panel. What did you think?
Yes. I did like it. I did really like it. The vibe was nice. The vocals were definitely like, yeah. I think the beat for me personally was a little bit too busy. I'd like to hear her vocal on something a bit more, because her voice is so nice. So But yeah, it was good. Like, I wouldn't turn it over. It's a good vibe. Yeah.
Alfred?
Yeah, I think the beat, the beat. I feel like I've heard it before. It feels nice and like a nice sort of chilled sort of playlist. So it reminded me of some like sort of R&B that you would hear on the radio. To be fair, yeah,
Okay.
I could hear that on the radio. But at the same time, I think the vocals could do a bit of a touch up. So I think if it's early days, maybe they could do a bit more. I don't know if it's the right words, like reverb or something like that.
Yeah, I think that the vocals were a little bit raw. But I liked the vibe. I liked where it was going. I don't know if I would play the song myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that the vocals needed a little bit of a little bit of treatment on it.
Yeah.
Because it was a little bit dry. Remi?
Yeah, I mean, I like the beat a lot. The beat was very catchy for me. I agree with the vocals. I would probably add a bit of reverb. I think I would have less vocals on there because I like the beat so much. But it would be one of those it's like to an extent it's like a house track. There's not that much words on it. So it makes people appreciate your voice, but then they also appreciate the beat as well. So that's my opinion, personally.
Okay. The next track comes from another R&B singer. She goes by the name of Von, and it's entitled Someone Like Me.
On the buttons. One look over your shoulder, then it's over for you. If they say looks can kill, better say your prayers, kiss mama goodbye. If you open up your eyes, I'll get you hooked, mesmerized. Forget about your past, I'ma make up for the things that you lack. Do you want a good girl? No drama, baby mama, or a hood girl. I give you personality, keep you on your toes, rinse and repeat. How about a stush, girl? Make my ego feel real good, girl. Well, you know I got the keys, I can make you roll with the Hennessy. I bet you never met someone like me. Make you sweat yet keep you sweet. I bet you never, I bet you never. You know I got the remedy. I give you sugar in your tea. I bet you never, I bet you never.
Yo.
Now we moving faster.
That one is spinning on all radio stations.
What?
Around
that song is radio ready.
Definitely.
Where are you? Who are you? Where did we find you? What is going on?
Oh my days.
Can I just say something quickly?
Go on.
Even if you don't want to be you clearly want to be an artist because you're on the song, but writing wise,
yeah.
A lot of girl bands that could possibly benefit from your writing.
100%.
Do you know? Because that way.
God, that was it. That's like a hit.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Shay's Universe, sort of in that lane. So yeah, she's got a good audience.
Yeah, I thought it was Shay. Yeah, it sounds like a similar vibe to Shay, like the sort of diction that she has and the way that she's delivering the music. But in a good way, it's good. It's definitely it sounds very different to Shay, but then it's similar. But I do like it.
Yeah, she's put herself out there to the labels, man. We're hungry for some good just
women
R&B.
We need women.
Good black R&B. That's what
I can just imagine.
What's her name?
Female singing this.
Von, I'll put it in the
please
chat.
Make yourself known, Von, if you're here, please.
Yeah.
Von.
All right, the next song we're gonna play is from Isaac B, and it's entitled "Love Yours."
our dreams die. Dry your eyes, ma, spread your wings and touch the sky. Why, oh, why we let our dreams die? Dry your eyes, ma, spread your wings and touch the sky. Why, oh, why we let our dreams die? Dry your eyes, ma, spread your wings and touch the sky. Why, oh, why we let our dreams die? Dry your eyes, ma, spread your wings and touch the sky. I glance back, way back, just to reflect where I've come from, the lowest of lows. Had my soul so numb, so cold. Now the only thing I want froze is this watch. Give me a blunt and a scotch, so I can make believe that the world stopped just for you and I. Will I ever find my do or die? Was I supposed to escape that suicide as a teen? Do I dream too much? It seems they'll never hear me when I scream, so hush. I'll use these bars to Picasso the brush. Man, I'm in this for life, so there ain't no rush. I just wish you understood how I misunderstood. Fighting angels and demons stuck between evil and good.
So that's Isaac B with Love Yours.
Yeah, I know.
Jojo.
Where's he from, first of all? Is he American?
He's here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked his voice a lot. Like in the beginning with the chorus, I felt like he could have done a little bit more of that, change it up slightly, maybe. I was getting like Mick Jenkins vibes at the start, and then it obviously changed a bit. But I did like it. I liked his voice a lot. Like it worked pretty well with the beat. Like I enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah, I thought the hook could have been improved, but I wasn't mad at the verses. But I wasn't mad at it. That was it.
Yeah.
Really. Like
what lyrically?
I think it could be elevated.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. It felt a little bit. I don't know. I think like the beat was just too slow for him. I don't know, it was trying to be like a sentimental thing, but
yeah, and you can imagine him having like big energy. Like,
yeah.
On something else.
Remi, you look troubled.
I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking because it's giving me like if like for example, that's something that I feel like I would have found on like SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And like I would have liked it. I would have liked it, kept it on my thing because it's like a niche. It's definitely like a niche type single. I guess like Jojo said, like she asked if he was American, and I don't know if that's. I know some people have a problem with like people sounding American when they're not from America.
So he just said in the chat he's from Florida originally, but he's based in the UK now.
Okay then that's okay. That
clear that up.
Okay, great. Okay then, that makes sense then. But yeah, like that's something that I definitely I would have liked it. It reminds me of like back in the day, like when you first discovered like Wale or like not like different. Do you know what I mean? Like because back in the day, you wouldn't only Wale had a very niche crowd. So only if you liked what you liked is when you liked him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say it's a niche. It's something I would have liked personally.
Okay. So
I like
All right. The next track comes from Azawi, and it's entitled Kwanamino, and it's a Ugandan track actually. So shout out to all my Ugandans.
Shala.
Yeah. Fresh. I want to be your mommy, yo. Swan. I want to be your queen, I want to be your lover, yo. I want to be, Zonja gatenyo fuse chenena. Baby, zenkotide nnyo n'omutima ne gwenyenya. Gwe nagamba nti tansobola. Kiraga nalimu amalala. Yansobola, yakimala. Ye muntu wange alibanye na kunchaya. Nga nalonda ennamba. Tiriba kiza kyannanga. Nga kiki kyannonya. I want to be your mommy, yo. I want to be your queen, I want to be your mommy, yo. I want to be your queen, Twale gange fuga. Gundi yakwe. Baby, kwajivuga. Gundi yakwe. Twale gange fuga. Gundi yakwe. Baby,
Alright. That one is a vibe.
Yeah,
I sent that to my mum and she was gassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that, definitely. The hips were going.
100. I was busting all the moves I could sitting down, basically.
All right, Remi, you're the queen of Afrobeats.
I love it.
You play that on your show?
I'm playing it this Friday. I need it in my inbox. What? That was smooth. That was like, yeah, man. If I was sitting down, like eating in a hall party, I would get up with my plate and just, little something. So yeah, it's really good. I like that. I love it. I love it. And it's great to hear women in Afrobeats. Every time I hear women in Afrobeats, I get so excited because it's such a male-dominated industry. So yeah,
for sure. And that one came off her an EP, so she's got a whole project. So definitely go check it out.
What's her name again?
What's her name, please?
Azawi. Yeah, should we bring her? I think her manager is in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, there we go. From Uganda, you know. Wait. Oh, there we
Hi,
go.
hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Very, very well. Very well.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I'm glad
so
you guys appreciated the track. I was because I sent you guys like 5 tracks. I wasn't sure what tracks you guys were gonna what track you guys were gonna play. So I was pretty shocked it was Queen Amino because I was expecting another track. So yeah, but still, thanks.
Okay. When did the EP come out?
February 28th of this month.
How has the support been so far?
It's actually pretty incredible. Like if you Google Azawi, you'll see a bunch of videos. Like she did a crazy performance at a festival like thing. And then at the EP release, we did a small thing where she did like a showcase and she performed like acoustically. So yeah, and the reception is it's been pretty great. If you could just Google, you could check out. Yeah.
Sick. And when lockdown is over, you're gonna come over to London, do some shows.
Yeah, for sure. That's what.
Damn.
That Ugandan setting, man.
Mad.
Oh, peak.
Plan is just get on the road and perform in stadiums.
Okay. Sick. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Take care.
Peace.
All right, the next song we're gonna play comes from Teo B, and it's entitled "Too High." And he mentioned that he was going for like a top 40 type sound, like it's very pop. So let's have a listen.
I can't come down, I'm too high. When the bass goes low, get too high. I can't let you go down, I'm too high. Sky blue, eyes up, she's mine. Starting light and you're feeling the vibe. Do what you like, girl, you're my desire. We're pouring out the drinks, now we're feeling good. My head spins tipsy on your love. Roll the dice, babe, let's take a chance. We came to dance and then find romance. Down with the drinks, we need something else. Slide the top and go back to somewhere else. I say I don't give a I say a little too much now. You got me feeling so right. I'm feeling so nice. I'm feeling so high. I can't come down, I'm too high. When the bass goes low, get too high. I can't let you go down.
He wants to take it away.
It's very pop, innit?
Very.
I don't even know if it's pop.
No, I was getting such
I think
pop
it's
vibes. Like it reminded me of like a Bruno Mars song a bit. Like
It reminds me of a song that I would hear in heaven.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Very pop.
Jojo knows, man. No, not in Heaven the Club.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking. The same thing. Don't worry.
That makes a sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like lyrically as well, it's very just like straightforward kind of pop. Like I do like, if he wasn't doing that before, then I can really appreciate that he's like trying something new and like trying to like be top 40 kind of vibes. But for me, I don't know, like I wasn't too sure about it. I think just because it was a bit too like, just the lyrics a bit simple for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can imagine he has really good energy, like live. Do you know what I mean? He sounded like he has sick energy. If he's ever to perform live.
Alfred.
Yeah, I really like the production on that. I think the production, like if it made it sound clear. His vocals were loud, but the thing is, it's good to have, like, when your production quality is at a certain point, things sound loud. I think the mixers don't understand that. So it's like when you can hear certain songs, the mix and master can do a bit of work because it sounds really low. So like, yeah, they can tell that whoever's been engineering that as well as production, definitely shout out to them. It sounds really loud.
I thought that the vocal was like sitting too, like it was too loud for the track.
Was it mixed?
The production, yeah.
I don't know if it's been mixed and mastered, but for me the vocal was like, it was clear, like it was recorded very clear, but it was just sitting like too in front of the track.
Yeah.
In front of the track.
I think that also the I appreciated the creativity.
Yeah.
I appreciated the delivery to an extent. I think the bit, like, so for example, the sound effects, like the beat for the fuck or whatever it is that was said, that wouldn't work on radio at all. So but they'll probably would have cleaned that out anyway. But yeah, I think there's just the lyrics specifically probably wouldn't be appreciated as much on radio. I like the beat though.
Okay.
100%.
All right, good feedback. The next song comes from Tony Montana, and it's entitled Nature Boy.
Feel like I'm wasting days with silver haze. Wonder why my mind's maze. Trying to catch the wave any day now. No message gon' fucking change. In my pocket from the other day. Wouldn't have it any other way. Feelings I don't think I wanna change. I feel like fly away somewhere else. Only me by myself. I don't need nothing else. I think I'm dying.
I love that. Man.
Yeah, that was so nice and smooth.
Yeah, from Birmingham. I know he's like,
like.
Is that live instruments? Because I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Felt like live instruments.
Yeah, it's
like
proper mood. Like if you're in the right mood, if you want to listen to that and like feel something, you'll listen to that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's sick. I really enjoyed that.
It gave me like a scene. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say he's been like experimenting with loads of different sounds recently. Hey, Tony. Oh, can't hear you. But anyway, he's been like experimenting with loads of different sounds recently, doing like punk, hip hop, more indie vibes. So yeah, I think stick to this direction.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's definitely an audience for it right now, especially.
Definitely, man. You look at like Steve Lacy and that, and just those guys with like the internet and other like the new age of indie artists coming through. It's definitely that sort of vibe. It works with that sort of hip hop sound as well. It's just it's unmatched. I love it. Personally, I have a definite affinity to that kind of music.
Yeah,
I can imagine that in a American kind of TV show, like about like young kids, or like teenagers that are, you know, they've gone AWOL for a bit. They're just looking into the stars. Yeah, looking at the stars at the top of some hill or something.
On an acid trip.
Basically some some skins type vibe. I like it. I mess
just
with
gave
it.
you a music video just there.
Basically,
Yeah.
That's your treatment there.
That, do you know?
Sorry?
Do you have that?
No, but he's in the chat. Put it in the chat.
There it is.
All right, so the next song I'm going to play is from an artist out of Hackney. She goes by the name of Nikki Knights. She is dropping her next EP on the 31st of May. So definitely look out for that. But this is the first single that dropped, and it's called Black of the Berry. Oh no, let me start again properly.
Black of the berry, the sweet of the juice. All on my left, been hanging by news. Daddy's working, think I got it, I do. Black of the berry, the sweet of the juice. All on my left, been hanging by news. Daddy's working, think I got it, I do. Black of the berry, the sweet of the juice. All on my left, been hanging by news. Daddy's working, think I got it, I do. Black of the berry, the sweet of the juice. All on my left, been hanging by news. Daddy's work ethic, I got it, I do. Daddy's work ethic, I got it, I do. Tommy be one, don't you ever be two. Tommy don't deal with the boys in blue. When you outnumber, just make a move. There's an IC3 trying to make some peas. Daddy hated fence, he was making cheese. Pull up in a new whip, holding keys. Looking like money, put the wrist to freeze. Niger boy straight from the village. Stunt so hard as to build an image. Squares lined up so the money no finish. What your daddy do? Oh, he's owning business. Plotting with his friends so we slip a Guinness. Love her to the bank like oh it's Christmas. Money, 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 all on his wish list. Money was the motto, so he's taking big risks. Black of the berry, the sweet of the juice. All on my left, been hanging by news. Daddy's working, think I got it, I do. Black of the berry, the sweet of the juice.
Nikki Knights, Black of the Berry. Alfred, let me hand that to you.
I like it. It's just like it's very different. It's like what Ewan was talking about earlier, just being very unique, and it just is very striking in the production to even just the delivery that she's giving you. It's just I'm getting Koji vibes. You know, I hate to start doing the whole comparison thing too much, but there's not a lot of people that even still to this day even sound like Koji. Even though we've known him for a long time. So it's like the progression of that sound where someone else can take it. I think that she's got something of her own that it's just really good. But it's very similar vibes. You can tell she's got that inspiration, and she's from Hackney as well. So I guess she would have been seeing that as well. But yeah, man, it's good. It's different, and it's starting to see more people making music that's just a bit more different.
Definitely. She's got sick delivery. I love her. Her voice is so different. Like her wordplay is crazy, and she's got good energy. The video is wicked as well. Check it out. Remi, would you play that on the show? I would.
That's like, do you know what's crazy? I want to hear that live. Like I genuinely want to hear it live, and like I just want to hear it live. I'll be dead honest with you. Like the 808, like the beat on that was punching. Like, so just imagine her delivering it. It'll be mad. Like you'd just be spinning. You would just be spinning. Like, so yeah. Really
that was produced by Henny Knights. So yeah, and they're like a collective. Naomi, what did you think of the track?
I thought it was really nice. The delivery, like you guys said, was sick. So I was just listening to it, like trying to catching up with the words, and I thought the whole production was just a really good vibe. I definitely listened to it. So yeah, I liked it.
The next track actually comes from her partner. So this is Henny Knights, and this is Pontiac Black. It comes off his forthcoming EP, which drops next week Sunday.
My mama always said save money for the hard times. Bad hard times stayed right through. To the point it became life, been paid, I'm a B-side. London boy up in E5. Text mommy, what's the gas price? Please hit her back, tell her that's fine. My mama always said save money for the hard times. Bad hard times stayed right through. To the point it became life, been paid, I'm a B-side. London boy up in E5. Text mommy, what's the gas price? Please hit her back, tell her that's fine. When I was broke, you ain't send nothing. On the trim, this is minus in one way. Bump it a lamp, it'll stay walking. So yeah, you can invite me, I ain't coming. M-Life, 20s are folded on my thigh. only be eating with my guys. Other people get the Muay Thai. You ain't with the B-side, east side, B-side, Hackney. East taught me life, I don't know about lit. I didn't have clothes, was a Hackney kid. And I used to wear fakes from the Clapton strip. The ends had my friends all in Nike kicks. Ornament bench chain, Matalan fits. You all laughed, I was starved, man, I came a long way from the Hackney pits. My mama always said tie. Save money for the hard times. Bad hard times, stayed right. To the point.
Cold.
Very.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That was nice.
So he produces his own stuff. He also produces for Nicki. They're part of like this duo together. Yeah, man, they're going places. They're so underrated though. They've been in the game for a very, very long time. So
Have they done a show?
Yeah, like Nicki's done a headline show last year, but I don't think Henny has.
She did like a night show or something.
Yeah,
like, that you're gonna get two different vibes, but high energy. Like, so it will just be like, yeah, good night.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll go 100%.
Right, the next track comes from Geo Frey and it's entitled Splash on Froze.
Splash and froze, that's how it goes. We're switching flows, we heading bros now. A splash and froze, that's how it goes. We're switching flows, we heading bros now. Splash, splash, mana, spilling. I see living, more billing. My splash and froze, that's how it goes. We're switching flows, we heading bros now. Riding with the dream, my spirit looking clean. Manda moving steam, gauging with the beat. Catching getting power deals from the bottom straight up. Barbie, I know she hating, but she loves the lifestyle. She wants some more, so I give her more. Oh nah, no, go work for that. Never had it easy, I was on the grind. I told my auntie I'll be more than fine. Splash and froze, that's how it goes. We're switching flows, we heading bros now. My splash and froze, that's how it goes. We're switching flows, we heading bros now. Splash, splash.
Geo Frey, Splash on Froze.
I enjoyed that, but no, I did enjoy that. I think the chorus was catchy, like quite boppy. I feel like the vocal was a little bit like overproduced. You know, it's a little bit like pitch corrected. It kind of takes my attention away from what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? Because it's the production's a bit too much.
I think the production was distorted.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like taking my attention away a little bit from what he was saying throughout the verses. But I like the chorus. Like, it worked.
Yeah. Alfred.
I'd have liked to hear a few more different flows from him. I feel like it just needed just something, one other element just to just keep me a bit more engaged. But I did like it. I feel like it could be taken up a different level. Maybe even a guest verse from someone, or he wants to take it down a little breakdown or something like that. But yeah.
Naomi.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, go.
Yeah, no, I'd say the same. I liked the beat, but I think that I just needed something else, just a little something else, to go with it, if you know what I mean. So I agree with Alfred, just some, a guest verse or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go.
No, I agree with Alfred. I think, personally, I would have preferred a faster form of rapping because I love the beat. The beat was to me, I loved it. But if it just went off on one, like I would have been like, yeah, like, you know what I mean. So I just feel like like a part. So maybe like the Alfred was saying, like another flow. Yeah, I would have preferred. Yeah.
Calm. All right, next track is Remi with Nothing Lasts Forever.
Nothing lasts forever. I live for the night. December. Our anniversary's one to remember. Your eyes and your lips touch mine together. The way you read my mind won't last forever. Love, trust, hate, lost, all these things around my head. They're meant to leave when I'm in bed, but I never get my mind to lay and rest. Love, trust, hate, lost, all these things around my head. They're meant to leave when I'm in bed, but I never get my mind to lay and rest. Nothing lasts forever. I live for the night now, feeling better. My rings and the necklace.
I like that one.
I like that one too.
The bass was slapping me in the ears, boy.
I could have my headphones like proper working, but I can imagine like it was sick. I was kind of like waiting for a verse to come on, like with a rapper or something, but I kind of liked it as it was. It worked.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Hello. I'm good. How's everyone?
Very, very well. Who are like some of your musical inspirations?
Probably Juice WRLD is definitely a big one. Kish, an artist in London called Kish. I really like him.
Shout out to Kish, man.
Yeah, he's really cool. I really like him a lot. I don't know, there's quite a few people. A lot of them are American, I'd say, but there's a lot of underground British ones as well, definitely.
And when you started music, did you always have this style in mind, or did you have to go through kind of loads of transitions before you did this?
Well, I kind of started off doing like alternative R&B because I really just love that, like Party Next Door, Always Never, that kind of stuff. And then I also started doing a lot of like heavy, like screaming stuff. And now I think I'm just kind of doing whatever mood I'm in that moment. I'll just do it and then put it out, and there it is. Yeah.
So what's next for you in terms of music?
I'm working on an EP at the moment for later this year, and just working with new artists that I like and people that I can come into contact with, and just trying to stay consistent.
Yeah, sick.
Thank you.
Stick your socials in the chat.
Yeah, I will do. Thank you so much, all of you.
All right, no worries. Take care.
Take care.
Yeah. So our next track comes from Brad's on Mic, and it's entitled Kickback.
Bushbang business. Kickback, therapeutic, twiddle her hair while she talk on my zoo. Put a bad beep on mute. OG the cushion forbidden my fruit. I'm a devilish shoot, I might step in and shoot. Try to these biddies, they all think I'm cute, but skirt. Man, I'm on route, not rude. Taking the bag and I'm slamming the boot like kickback. Therapeutic, twiddle her hair while she talk on my zoo. Put a bad beep on mute. OG the cushion forbidden my fruit. I'm a devilish shoot, I might step in and shoot. Try to these biddies, they all think I'm cute, but skirt. Man, I'm on route, not rude. Taking the bag and I'm slamming the boot like yeah. Me, I try to tell these guys, you should have been more wise. I glide into the night, off into the night, in search of the light. Yeah, all of this smoke on the water is on. Eating my chest, I'm the rat King Kong, man, I'm way too strong. Yeah, gotta stay flexing my muscles, spend time on the curb, learn how to hustle. Make money double, we go call it trouble, I roll with the shuffle. Yeah, who's a kerfuffle when digging my grave. All black shade to the back of the rave, I'm spinning it back, slow Jim get shaved, I just can't be a slave. No way, oh please. Spit like 100 degrees, still putting these guys on freeze like you couldn't believe. Yeah, rise on my wings and I fall on my knees. Showtime, so I pull out my sleeves. Jug and repeat, cause the fam got to eat till I kick back. Therapeutic, twiddle her hair while she talk on my zoo. Put a bad beep on mute. OG the cushion forbidden my fruit. I'm a devilish shooter.
I remember I played this song like earlier this year on the show. It's such a vibe. It just got such a good, catchy hook.
Yeah.
If you imagine him, I can imagine Brad's performing it live. He's here in the building. Let's see. Yeah, I can imagine him performing it live and just everyone just screaming it back at him.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
This is an older track. Didn't come out recently.
Yeah, I released this one back in, I think, January, but it's on my latest EP called We Come in Peace, innit? So yeah, you can stream that.
Sick. How was the reception when you first dropped it?
When I first dropped it, yeah, I've had a good reception, to be fair, but obviously it's been a difficult time, quarantine and that, but yeah, still trying to push the promo at the moment.
Definitely. And what are you working on at the moment?
at the moment, working on quite a few singles. So just stay tuned. Again,
Sick.
and follow the Instagram, follow the socials. Put them in the chat.
Is there anyone that you're working with or want to work with? Is there anyone that you're working with? Yeah.
There's lots of people I want to work with. But at the moment, I've been working mainly with my collective, EC Wave. Going to see a lot of stuff come from us soon. Been working with a producer called Beats by Youth. Yeah, he's based in Copenhagen, so a lot of stuff coming soon. Yeah, stay tuned.
Sick. All right, put your socials in the chat. We'll all follow you. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the next song I'm playing is from Tourist, and it's entitled Love.
Love right now, all right now. I'm way too lit to be in love right now, right now.
Woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, massive. Grab my beanie, roll my split, cause man's on something. Check my DMs, piffing, chatting shit on nothing. If I show my P's, I bet she bust it. This let me call up Jezebel. Heaven close at 3, come party with me down in hell. This girl little freaky, act like show and tell. Come show me that key, swear that I won't show and tell. She thinks she vegan, but she love niggas meat. Hotter than Miami, can you please in the fucking heat? Flavor in these denims, candy man brought all them sweets. Come follow me down memory lane, but delete them tweets. Come meet the black sheep on the back street. If you're looking for a motive, why not 079 me? Her jaw swinging like she gyrate. My phone on vibrate.
Way too lit to be in love right now, all right now. I'm way too lit to be in love right now, right now.
My worst life's still so much better than your best.
Yeah, that switch up is fucking cold.
What? Is that even allowed, fam? Brother, the shock was what? Who is this person?
Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't put the end.
He's Tourist. Where is he at? I thought he was in the chat. Oh yeah,
Mm.
Marvin. There we go.
I like that a lot. I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello. Has anyone got any questions? Yeah, first round of applause. Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, who produced it?
Yeah.
Rayman Beats, a local guy from my area, London. So, yeah, he produced the beats, and a guy named Raw Black did the mixing and everything.
That's
What came first? The lyrics or the beat? Like in terms of like, was that built around your lyrics, or was that something that got sent to you?
When I write, I just write off the top of my head in terms of what I'm thinking, and I try and find a beat to try and match it. So I couldn't find a beat to match it, so I just shouted my guy and I said, yo, I've got this idea for a song which is kind of a love song, which is the beginning bit, and then it switches up to like a trappy sort of track. And yeah, it took a while, but came up with that beat. So yeah, that's how it was started.
Appreciated very much.
Yeah, that's cold. I need to spin that on the show again for sure. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate that. Cheers.
So next song comes from, I can't pronounce this properly, but Drank Shiracha. I can't say that properly. And it's entitled The Runners. And it's just a beat. was our first ever production for today, anyway.
Yeah, because I guess a lot of people would know in the live shows we do that a lot. Have a lot of producers on.
Yeah. Could you see anyone on it?
Yeah, man. I feel like I could see like from like Future to even like Fredo on there doing a little something. Like I feel like it's one of those things where it's a nice amount of range you can go from there.
Yeah.
And then the 808s are placed nicely as well. Keeps the track moving nicely.
Yeah, I thought the 808s were a bit too loud. To be honest, I thought they were quite distorted. But I don't know if that was a conscious choice.
Yo, am I supposed to speak?
Yeah. How you doing, bro? Good?
Yeah, this thing is frozen.
Can you see
How are you?
Yeah, sorry, I'm good. I'm on my iPad. It's frozen out here.
Oh, no worries. We can see you.
How's all you guys?
We're good. How long have you been producing for?
I've been producing for like a month, you know. Just like
is it?
Yeah, just quarantine. I just started. That's actually like my least favorite beat. Like when I sent it, I was like, I shouldn't have sent it because if they play it, you know what I mean, I'm not happy. But yeah, man. But
do you produce for any artists at the moment, or are you just starting to make beats from scratch?
Yeah, literally just learning to make beats from scratch. Like I used to do it in my spare time, like a few years back. Like my main thing is photography and videography. But obviously I'm not really trying to leave my house. So
yeah,
I've just been in my room like making beats. So yeah, man, I'm 1 month in. Literally anybody wants to hear my beats, like they're on SoundCloud, they're on BeatStars. I'm selling them, but if you want to rap on them, like I'll just give it to you for free, you know what I mean? So
that's dope.
So yeah, just trying to get out there at the moment.
For 1 month's work, that's pretty good.
Man. That's I think.
Like maximize during quarantine. Like get those
for
in other areas, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah, you have to use this time because I think like as a freelance creative, it's like this time is literally perfect for all of us. Like no one's trying to draw you out to go to events and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just using the time as the best I can, really.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you're saying that that's your least favorite beat, but I actually think the beat's good. So like, yeah, like push it.
Oh, thank you.
What else?
You know what? I used to produce. I first started producing on my iPad, and then my boy gave me an actual software. So I'm using FL Studio right now, and that's the first beat I made on FL, and I just don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't know. That just
develop it. Don't chuck it. Just develop it.
Yeah.
I've made like I think since that beat I've made like 30 beats. You know what I mean? So I have ones that. So the other two that I sent you, those are like my favorites, I would say. So I think that one is just, it's good to have there because I like to see my progress. You know what I mean? Going from where I started to like how I progress. So I'm always gonna keep that beat there. It's always gonna have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
I just don't really like it that much. You know what I mean?
That's fair. We'll keep it up.
Thanks for all your feedback, Store. Like that means a lot.
Definitely. Take care.
Yeah, cool. You too.
Yeah. There we go. I will say that we will invite everyone into the chat, like the ones that we want to interview, because we only got half an hour left, so we want to get through as much music as possible. So yeah, don't turn on your camera until then. The next track is Writer's Block, so it's Narcos Brown and Young S, and it's entitled You're the One. And they're a songwriting team that kind of makes template songs for artists, so that's quite interesting. So see how it sounds.
Love cleaners in your eyes, I'm feeling on your thighs. Vacations in the night, we're about to take a flight. Just believe me, you'll never leave me. I could take your pain away, streets I'm trying to break away. It could just be me and you, I've already fallen through. Red bottoms on your shoes, fuck them out for pocket booze. Promise that I'm staying true, and it's only to you. I feel your attitude, I catch you, I'm your parachute. You're the one. I'll never be nothing without you. I choose you, and no one can love you like me.
on me, now she feels the anaconda. Now she grabbing me and asking for my number. Girl in her bed, I give you lightning and thunder. She feels it in her lower back and lower lumbar. Dick swimming in the pussy, just like a hunter. I know you're feeling both of our chemistry. Beat my farama, you can taste my recipe. You the one.
I like this.
What do you think about it from a songwriter's perspective? Because this is what they do. They write tracks for people.
Okay.
I can see that being given to someone if it's like genuinely. Yeah, like more like down that M Honcho type vibe type thing. I feel like if that would go off, because especially, you know, it's dirty. Do you know what I mean? But it's appreciated. It's appreciated. I mean, you know, M Honcho, he talks dirty, you know what I'm saying? You know, like if there is a writing situation, I can definitely see it. But I would want it exactly delivered the way that it was delivered there and then, because I think it sounds like the beat, everything just...
It worked.
Loved it. Yeah, it worked, man. It worked.
Wicked. All right, next track comes from Slacks Bianchi, featuring Garton, and it's entitled Breeze. This one is coming out on the 29th. It's coming out on our label, so I will not be giving my feedback, but would like to hear the rest. That would be great.
Slicky's back, I'm back again, they'll never know where I've been. They still sit there chatting what's, I don't know what they mean. Keep my head low, fall back with the knees. All of this smoke on my chest, no wonder this life just moves in the breeze. So breezy, they don't wanna know about my team. Slicky's back, I'm back again, they'll never know where I've been. They still sit there chatting what's, I don't know what they mean. Keep my head low, I fall back with the knees. All of this smoke on my chest, no wonder this life just moves in the breeze.
Breezy like Chris, I don't think that they clock it. They hit on my hustle, but they couldn't knock it. I came for the hit, Slick said that he got it. Man, that's what we care about, music and profit. That's how it be when you trying to be bosses. Don't get too invested in wins or the losses. They never love us, but still wanna watch us, cause we on the move. They pray that they stop us. What's up with nowadays though, everyone tense. My ex indirect me, it doesn't make sense. Used to go round and he threw with the rents. Now I live in her head and I don't pay the rent. Hopped off the bench, I came for the W. Globe on the T, so you know when I'm coming through. Haters be watching, I thought I'd be done with you. It's the new decade, we might turn it up a few. We might turn on the heat, feed in the streets. Oh, you the elite, you just warm in my seat. Got down for days, can't even use ways. When we out, I'm packing my case, yeah. For nights like show on the wave, yeah.
Slicky's back, I'm back again, they'll never know where I've been. They still sit there trying what's, I don't know what they mean. Keep my head low.
Slacks Bianchi, Breeze, featuring Garton. They're both from Nottingham.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Sev, our special guest, how are you?
Hey, sorry, I'm seeing the madness getting ready.
Hey!
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Sev is our special guest speaker from last week, by the way, so go watch the video.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was sick. I loved the beat at the start. I wasn't even on the Zoom call, and then I went to it like, wait, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I was proper feeling it. I loved the beat. I loved his flow. Obviously, it was quite similar to like M Honcho vibes, but it still stuck out. And then obviously the rapping, that kind of switched it up, which I didn't even expect, and I was into that as well. Yeah, I was into it.
Sick. Remi?
That chorus is strong. Like, I'm ready to learn the lyrics. I'm ready. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, it went really well. I until you said after that it was two different people, I was gonna ask, is that two different people? But I appreciated it. I liked it a lot.
Naomi?
Yeah, definitely. The fact it was just a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. The fact that you are trying to figure out if it is two different people or not goes to show how well their voices together as well.
Yeah,
definitely. So yeah, I just thought the whole thing was
right. Jojo.
Yeah, Remi took the words out of my mouth as well. I thought it was the same people, and yeah, like Naomi said, banging, worked so well together. His flow was sick, rhythm was sick. Just it just worked really well together. I enjoyed it a lot.
And Sever, the people at Believe gonna love that.
Yeah, I think that's an easy sell for me, actually.
Thank you. Do you mind taking it on? Thank you.
Email me.
I will do. Thank you.
Oh, is it with you, Tramell?
It is.
Oh, well, email me.
Yeah, I submitted it. I submitted it the other day.
Oh, okay, sweet.
All right. See you later, girl.
Bye.
Bye. All right. The next track is by Azrael, and it's entitled Working Mad, featuring J10.
I went to the sunken place, lost my armor, lost my race. I said that I was the shit, and I got flushed like a drunken face. Streets is cold, streets is hungry. I gotta keep these demons off me. She broke my heart in the winter, though was lovely. She didn't love me. Anyways, I can't force it. Drip too hard, I'ma force it. Like daddy, the culture like Offset. Player haters tryna pause it. Kilo Fekkin song. Don't fall me wrong. I don't call me bro. I don't get seen lost. Sorry, Azrael talks to who? Other way around, then you said who? Y'all were talking about me in the chat. Now I'm looking at you all like who? Next year I turn 22, so I'm 23 with the flu. Rather sneeze on the clock than snooze. Working mad, but I don't wanna move too rash. Go in the city, hop on the culture train and crash. Step in the booth, new personal best like that. Trade in all my marks on tracks. Give thanks to the most high and dash. Working mad, but I don't wanna move too rash. Go in the city, hop on the culture train and crash.
That one was interesting.
Very.
I had to warm to it a little bit, but I was trying to work out the accent, because it was like
African.
Yeah, there's a different twang. Yeah,
some Yoruba in there. I was like, whoa.
But you could hear the London influences. So
Yeah.
I was quite interested to find out where they're from. That was dope. I liked it.
Yeah.
And the production was playful as well.
Yeah, I really like the production on that. It gave me like Chitty Bang vibes. Like.
Oh, you said they produced it as well. Wow.
Produced it.
Oh, dope. Yeah, that was sick. I like that one. All right, the next track comes from I love the name, Retro Pussy.
Do you know what I'd love radio presenters to have to say that.
I know. Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind when you're creating your artist name. And the song is entitled Forgetting How to Swim.
Day escapes, runs to grey. Your face in my pocket carries me through the days. It fades, my grasp on what you take, stretching out the stakes. Lay me in the grass with the ticks and the snakes. Can't remember how it felt before, but now I feel nothing. Can't remember if I slept before, but now I need nothing. Silence of my orbit, it's kinda comforting. Street light gone ain't safe. Stuck in the dark, stuck in the same place. Tried it once, now he loves the taste. Tried him once, now it's not my taste. Guess I'll just have to fake it. Bend it till I break it. Vicious bit and lips, smile singed onto your face, bitch. Can't remember how I felt before, but now I feel nothing. Can't remember if I slept before, but now I need nothing. Silence of my orbit, it's kinda comforting. Can't remember how I felt before, but now I feel nothing. Can't remember if I slept before, but now I need nothing. Silence of my orbit, it's kinda comforting. Arms spread, forgetting how to swim.
Alfred, I'll throw this one to you.
I was feeling that a lot. It's like these giving me these ASMR vibes, but right into my but yeah, man, I think the beat is nice. Like it's just like a proper bop, and the track itself like comes together really well. I would have no criticisms for that track. It's something that it's one of those interesting tracks where I would take it to radio just to see what we can do and find some interesting sort of tastemakers for that sort of thing. Like I could definitely see someone like a Benji B sort of spinning that. just a bit different. But I was feeling that definitely.
Jojo.
I really enjoyed the beat. I love her voice. Like the tone of her voice is sick. I thought at times like it was like coming together a bit too much because the beat is quite heavy, but that just might be because of my audio here. So I want to listen to that properly because I really enjoyed it. Like her voice is sick. I like what she was saying. It works. It's banging.
Yeah, it definitely sounds better in headphones than it did when I was listening to it early on, just coming out of the computer.
Yeah, I'm going to do that after this. I'll listen. Just jot that
out. Remi?
I think I'm looking in the chat and I can see Sound Junkies said he loves the attitude. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's like she's got like a gives no fucks kind of attitude to her tone, and I appreciate that. And I think it glides on the beat very, very well.
Okay.
So yeah, I liked it.
Dope. All right, next track is Zuko, Half That Man, and it's written by Dominique, who is the person that has submitted this. So it's a writing song.
You acting out, told me I'm your queen. Yeah, hooking up, caused me to cause a scene. Leave me alone. Your behavior is obscene. And now you're telling me to obey. Go stone cold on me like propane. Like I would ever do that. Like you're privileged, you ain't no aristocrat. And now you're telling me you came to stay. Use me like a stepping stone, I ain't your stairway. Like I will ever make that mistake again. Like you will fool me twice, you're not even half that bad. I am asking you to walk away. I will love you in my own way. I am asking you to walk away. If you need me but don't want me, then let's call it a day.
I love a trumpet, man.
Yeah. I saw you fading up, then you faded back up.
That gave me like James Bond feeling.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Definitely. I can imagine the video.
Yeah.
We've got Dominique in the building. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for thank you.
You're welcome. When did you start songwriting?
Well, I'm also the singer, so I sang as well. That's my vocals as well. I started actually 6 months ago. I'm from Holland, and
wow.
yeah, I was actually just doing a normal study, and then I decided, fuck it, let's just go for music. So yeah.
Wow. Would anyone give any advice on how to, like, I guess, get music on radio? Maybe this one for Remi. With that sort of sound.
I mean, for the type of radio that I work in, I would say that it would have to be a bit more up tempo for me personally. But I think writing wise, I think it was good. I think it's just about who delivers it, to be honest with you, in terms of so I think writing wise, I think it was good. I was listening to the lyrics, so
okay.
Yeah.
Naomi, what did you think of the track?
I thought it was really nice. I can just imagine the video with it, proper classy, just when I hear a song that I can visualize, that's what I did. I'm into it. Yeah, like Remi said, for the type of music that Remi plays, it definitely have to be a bit more up tempo. But the whole production of the song was just really, really good. Your vocals matched with it perfectly, and it was just it was beautiful. It's really
Thank you.
I think if I had to imagine like the video, I would want to see the instruments that were being used. I think it's such like a storytelling type of like push and pull kind of things. I'd love to like see it coming in and out of the person singing it, but you know, seeing the instruments and you know, like a live band or something, like it's very strong,
powerful.
So
I think
thank you.
It's really cinematic. I think for songwriters is just looking into sync deals. That would be the best way forward for you, I think. Writer's block, just put that in the chat. 100%. But I think it was great.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much. Okay,
bye. Okay, next track is from REMA and it's entitled Lockdown.
You've been acting out. Do you really miss me now? Ever since we've been locked down. Ever since we've been locked down. You've been acting out. Do you really miss me now? Ever since we've been locked down. Ever since we've been locked down. You're the guy, I can't lie. 'Cause I know you're looking for one night. And it's fine, I'm trying to ride. Exciting, moving slightly. You had this, don't remind me. Exciting, moving slightly. Think I'm crazy, don't remind me. Yeah. You've been acting out. Do you really miss me now? Ever since we've been locked down. Ever since we've been locked down. You've been acting out.
Catchy hook, man. Yeah. The hook caught me on that one. That was produced by Tokyo.
Hey, man, like.
Love it.
Alfred, what you thinking?
Shout out Aria in the building. Yeah, man, I liked it. I like that whole new vibe coming through from this whole Jane Aiko type vibe where it's like it's just fun, you know what I mean? Like sometimes if people take things I think of it too serious, but I think that's just a nice one you can just listen to and just chill with. I think maybe the vocals could have a bit of effect at some point, just give it a little different element because it kind of could get a bit more samey at some points, but other than that it's just a nice chill song. It's good.
Naomi.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it's not personally something that I would listen to, but it is quite fun. It is, I can imagine it on the whole TikTok scene and some sort of dance to go with that. And obviously at the moment that's amazing. That's what people are trying to do. So I think in that aspect it would work. But it's a good song.
Yeah. 100% for that chorus and for that beat drop. The drop is what really slaps me in the face. Like I'm just like, I just have to, Millie rock. But it's just, I think what Naomi said about TikTok, that would really go off. And it's very catchy, and very like up tempo. Like it's just, bopping your head to it, which is all you need these days, just to get people moving. So yeah.
Definitely. All right, next track we're going to play is KC and Fran. You know the vibes. Yeah.
vibes unknown, you know the vibes. There's in a cocaine rash. Bodies on me, bodies on I. Giving the dick in the slide. Balls on post, roll off slide. But with the kid, they good night. Bodies on me, bodies on I. But with the kid, they good night. I pull out the ride, bitches won't slide. Baby, you know I'm the guy. Said she won't fuck, pass to the side. Having the time of her life. Really, we live, really, I'm high. I got my hands on the bar. She loving the vibes, two in the back. Go on in the passenger side. I'm very important. The trip is important. I'm riding in foreigns. They used to ignore me, yeah. They don't really love you. They act like they love you, but really they hate on the low. People are changing, my status is changing. I'm still on the block with the pros. You know the vibes. There's in a cocaine rash. Bodies on me, bodies on I. Giving the dick in the slide. Balls on post, roll off slide. But with the kid, they good night. Bodies on me, bodies on I. But with the kid, they good night. Baby, don't you try it, you a baddie, don't you lie. Yeah, if I hop out the squizzle, when you and your friend for your number, you better supply. My brody in country with pigeons and stoves and birds, I need doing supply. She asking me how many runs that we doing.
So I got this track here, like the other day as a submission, and I didn't take it, and that's kind of a fault of my own because I'm so quick to just judge and just be like, no, this is not my sound. But actually listening to it now again, it's just, that hook is crazy.
Yeah. It took me to get to there as well. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. But then once I heard the chorus and the hook, I think I heard it like the second time round, I was like, yo, actually, this is quite a vibe.
Yeah.
It did a bit later.
And his flow switches up like with each verse. I love it.
Who is that? All right, Naomi, what's the problem?
No, I do like the song. No, I did like the song. There was, to be fair, I did get distracted. My cat did jump on me and try to touch me.
Fair.
Wow. From what I did hear, yeah, my head was bumping.
Look. All right, next track is PBR with Yao Ming. This one is unmixed, so it's still in demo phase at the moment.
What Charlie, you colo at the cash point, all we hear is doodle. The ballad done stretch like Yao Ming. Now they suck it up better than Dyson. You know shoot, you know score. Gotta take risks when you're poor. Sika turned me to a psycho. Now I can't see you no more. What Charlie, you colo at the cash point, all we hear is doodle. The ballad done stretch like Yao Ming. Now they suck it up better than Dyson. You know shoot, you know score. Gotta take risks when you're poor. Sika turned me to a psycho. Now I can't see you no more. One step in the dance with the GGs. Used to ask them boy for freebies. Now we by the bar and they doing up pre. Tryna calculate the cost of the CC. Tax free, I got this off a CC. They say we making money look easy. I'm with Jar still screaming at 3p. Million times till they let out my GG. Still down Bruce like how far? We gotta fuck up this town like Bowser. Shrinking boy, free car convoy. First one's fully lit.
Wow.
Come on, give it to us, Remi. Give it.
Brother, if it was up to me, if we had run out of time, I would have reloaded that. You're mad. Like, I like the entrance, like very catchy vibe. That part of the song, I think, is what's gonna grab everyone. Like the flow, the pizzazz, the swag, everything on the song, the beat.
Pizzazz, you know.
Pizzazz,
them words there.
There's a confidence on there. It makes me, I'm imagining a very confident man, like he's walking through the club, like knows that he's paying or whatever. I don't know.
It's that sort of like heady one, nonchalant, but like freaking vibe, isn't it? Yeah.
All right, guys, I want to get through 5 tracks and then we're done today.
That was PBR.
Yep. That was PBR with Yao Ming. The next track is JP from 640 with Faces.
I stay out when I stay in. Got no plans for the day then. We can stay in the same place, man. Got no plans for the day then. We can stay in the same place, man. Wait, hold up, no debating. Same old songs on my playlist. Same old flow with the cadence. Told you before we ain't playing. Ha, whatever you saying. Tell you it's right, no fading. Hot cold like ice, no skating. Tell me how the fuck you entice these players and wonder why the fuck they hating. Probably cause you still ain't changing. Pockets on ventilation. Talk to the hand, no listening faces. Same sentence, no cases. In and out, all these relations. Same shit that I've been facing. Took me to the face, now look at switch places. Drink up. What you sipping? How you stay out? When I stay in. You got no plans for the day then. We can stay in the same place, man. Got no plans for the day then. We can stay in the same place, man. No plans. Call me cause she can. Motion with the hips, probably thought this paramount. No, I ain't about zoning in the house.
Fire, man.
Hitting hella trees just to stop me going to town.
Is it? JP, always a highlight, man.
Yeah, I think
Quick
I've heard one of
thoughts.
his songs before and it bangs, literally.
Yeah.
It's so good. He's very
Shoulders, everything.
Yeah, that's a track that's gonna work in the clubs, like in a
Yeah,
good
trust
warm
me.
up set. That's gonna work on radio. Like, yeah, that's a hit. I
He's
like
a
it.
vibe. He definitely knows how to bring a vibe.
That's it, man. All right, Shivy with Play Around.
Yeah, she said that she loved me, I know she don't. Don't want no one above me, cause I'm on the throne. And she love play around. Work for me and my family, so ain't got time for no hoe. Yeah, she said that she loved me, I know she don't. Don't want no one above me, cause I'm on the throne. And she love play around. Work for me and my family, so ain't got time for no hoe. Ain't got time for no hoe, so I keep my distance. I don't trust you no more, so I might go missing. Burst the whip in the road, got here in the kitchen. You won't settle the scores, I'm already winning, I'm already winning. Got smoke on my sister, they don't hear me, don't listen. Free my brother to prison, yeah. Praying I'm wishing, I'm a man on a mission. You ain't part of my vision, nah. I don't need no one but me. And bro turned snake, he got caught like tree. I'm tryna see all of my members eat. And money come first, let me smoke my tree. I know she don't want no one above me.
What you guys thinking?
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Very, like, he was carrying me. Don't know where he was taking me, but he was carrying me.
That little like beat switch up just
The beat,
saved it for me.
It's like just that. I don't know what it was. It like a piano, but it was a dark.
Yeah.
Piano.
I kind of wanted it to stay there a little bit longer.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, that's a good tune, man. Okay, so the next song, let me just check that these people are here. Nope. So the next song is Jojo with Drop Top Tykes. Yeah.
This ain't the shit that you want, bitch, it's the shit that you need. Put that on gas in my teeth with my head out the window, just catching the breeze. This ain't the shit that you want, bitch, it's the shit that you need. Put that on gas in my teeth with my head out the window, just catching the breeze. Muffin man like I'm sweet as something, but you know it's hairy if the beats are jumping for the 18. Man, I've been in junction first year, I thought I knew what fucking love is. Thoughts of a posting in the heart of London, but I down it all with the waffle munching. Business ways since a fucking munchkin, no change now, I'm safe as something. Nah. tryna be old and just stuck in my waist from the Jake. Watch on me, and that shit never gon' change. Let myself be free, cause some relations serve pains. Drugs on defeat, till there's no blood in my veins. This ain't the shit that you want, bitch, it's the shit that you need. Put that on gas in my teeth with my head out the window, just catching the breeze. This ain't the shit that you want, bitch, it's the shit that you need. Put that on gas in my.
That one, yeah. Sounds like a Bowser, like, you know, you go into the boss fight with Bowser at the end of fucking Mario 64.
Yeah. His entrance.
It's a very basic beat.
The entrance, it's very abrasive, and I think it's very. I guess that he's doing it on purpose, because I can hear that there is a rapper in there. It's not my style of production, but if he was on something else that I liked, I probably would like fuck with it heavy.
For me, it's like this song isn't for me. It's like the abrasiveness of the beat just took it a bit out for me, just a little bit too much. However, I can hear what he's saying like at times, and in the way he's made this song. I can tell that he can make a different type of song more than what we would like. But I like the fact that he has come with this because, you know, it immediately starts off by saying this ain't the shit that you want. So he's just he's giving it to you unfiltered of what he wants to make. So I just have to respect that. You know, it's not every day make songs for radio, make songs for, you know, top whatever. You know, so fair enough.
Yeah, true, exactly.
100%.
I guess he knows what his audience is, and that's who he's catering to, and I think that's also something to look up to as well. Okay, the next track comes from they're not in here now, so Clive Mercury with Apple and Henny.
Apple and honey, 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 apple and. Niggas ain't ready for Melly. Niggas ain't ready for Melly. That's why I kick back one time when I drink. That's apple and honey, 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 apple and. Niggas ain't ready for Melly. Niggas ain't ready for Melly. That's why I kick back one time when I drink. That's apple and Melly and Cass on the track. 2 bats in the cave and the cricket who raps. 1 hit, wanna swing my chords in the canvas ring. Nah, bro, it's been having coats in the cove. Getting searched like Bing with the bibs in the bin. Nah, nigga, I'm sick, nah. Take a pit with a Maggie, I'm lit, Big bits in the verse on the King Dar. Team brown like a double rum drink, ma. Can't gauge who's who in the raid, cause the nigga off Henny, I'm mummy in jeans and the dreams on. Million plats to the fade like. Girl for it back, hit it back with. In the Northie, girl shiver by. She love my ambition, my goals. Man, dream cast of the game. All craft and the pain. Pen work with the gains. Dark goose in the rain. They follow my name, drink up to the future. Utah with the jazz, throw salt in the lake. Cause nigga, I'm drunk and heavy with the gang, need tang in the juice. That's apple and Henny. Apple and honey, 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 apple and. Niggas ain't ready for Melly. Niggas ain't ready for Melly. That's why I keep back one time with a drink. That's apple and honey, apple and honey, apple and honey.
If I'm not mistaken, that was on the Reprezent playlist.
It was
a while back. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big tune.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Do you know what it is? I liked it. I like the structure of the song, you know, because at first I didn't get it, yeah. But then I was trying to imagine it live. I tend to do this a lot. Trying to imagine it live, and the first thing he says is Apple and Henny, right, with his own voice, and then it goes into Apple and Henny, Apple and Henny. Yeah. Then it just makes me think that is your period to go crazy with the crowd. Like everyone can just be like jumping up and down, like, you know, mosh pitting or whatever it is, or just like having their drinks in the air, spilling it or whatever. So I appreciated it. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, yeah, and it's one of them. It's an anthem, to be honest with you, especially if you like Apple and Henny. I mean, you know. I know I do.
Sick. All right, we're gonna play one more tune. It's from Reeks and it's entitled "That's What I Like."
TG Tracks.
Yo, let's go. Shift, Riz, that's what I like. Big tits, that's what I like. All that dirty talk, that's what I like. Lay down vertical, that's what I like. Big lips, big back, yeah, that's what I like. Got my swagger intact, yeah, that's what I like. Flavors on deck, yeah, that's what I like. Wave and I flex, yeah, that's what I like. Big drip, that's what I like. I think big, that's what I like. From outside, I hear the maddest of vibes. Which DJ playing the bangers inside? This ting giving me the strangling eye. No prolonging, I just bang it and buy. What is it I like? I like the batty and fires. I like it when they wanna bend it over, not shy. Consistent bread coming in is what I like. YPT coming in for the night. What is it I like? I like the body and ice. Jewels like Santana covered in shine. My black bandana covered in crime. I remember clearly when they ran up inside. Unruly, know the road's not nice. Still get flashbacks to the same night. Could've done time, could've done died. Could've done fucked up, could've done life. Can't complain, hair living life. Had like 21 years in the ride. No ties, noticing time it flies. All night, rolling with mine, I'm fine. Here for the girls and I'm here for the vibe. Looks like I'm gonna be here for the night. Mad, rough, that's how she like it. I already knew, like I'm a sidekick. Temptation, she didn't wanna fight it. Sensation, she said she like it. From when I stepped in the place, it was vibrant. Went home with a brown ting, how I like it. After I done what I said, like Simon, I sent the brown ting home, Love Island. Chip, Riz, that's what I like. Big spliff, that's what I like. Man got surgical, that's what I like. All that that's what I like.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I'm all over it, mate. I love it.
I'd love to play that out.
Yeah. What? That was what? If I learn the lyrics to that, you're all pissed. You know that, right? You're mad. You're all pissed. I think it's a different side of grime-ish. It's a different side, because I feel like grime is much more what's the word, like, I don't know, like they punch in the face and all that kind of stuff, but this is actually about like sex.
This is vibes,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah, and just a bit, about girls-ish. So it's different. It's different. I appreciate it.
It kind of reminds me of kind of what Novelists did to the genre, just coming at it from a completely different angle, and that kind of that old school call and response thing, that's gonna go crazy in the clubs. Yeah, that was a big tune. That was a big tune.
What was it?
His name?
His name is Reeks. I believe, yeah.
Is he here?
I don't know. I see someone called Tipsman PR Teak, so I don't know if I've got the wrong eyes. I don't think so. But yeah, that was the last. The last track. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Any closing words? Any advice for up and coming artists trying to make it in this hard scene?
I think now is a great time to send your music to radio presenters, to send your music to people who can put your music in front of people, because we're looking for something different. Like we're in a time where we're appreciating creativeness much more, I believe. Whereas I feel like maybe back in the days they would, they'll probably try and find somebody who was similar to somebody else. But I don't think similarities is something that people look for anymore. They want someone different. So and we're in lockdown now, so there's a lot more time to listen. So please do send your songs in. You just never know who's going to be the first to play your song on radio.
Definitely. Yeah, and channels or platforms like Reprezent that are community stations. We're like us hosts are being given the power to play what we want, especially now during the time where we're kind of just like working from home and there's not much of a playlist going on. So yeah, now is the time to really send us music so we can push you guys out there for sure. And on the radio plugin side, Alfred, any words?
You guys basically said it best. It's time to, as you know, you haven't got like any live at the moment, and then other streams of avenues for making money in music are kind of like halted. So, all those songs that you've just been holding on, man, it's time to, give them a chance. Maybe you've been in your head with those songs and take it to someone at radio, or if you think you're ready, speak to some radio pluggers, including myself, drop my email there, about seeing what can be done with your music, and just getting out of maybe like you're in a bubble, or you're in a funk around this time, just because everything that's going on. But don't hold yourself back. Just time to get the music out there. Believe in your music and your craft.
Yeah, definitely. and Naomi, we're still obviously building the show together. Like, how can artists contact you if they want to kind of be involved in that or be featured or have an interview?
Yeah, the best way is probably through my Instagram, which is Naomi __, and then my email as well, which is naomi@thepitlondon.co.uk. So yeah, just drop me an email. I'm always on the new music because we're trying to play the best in alternative. So send me anything that you're working on. You never know.
And Jojo, you're still getting music for DJ sets, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
So how can people contact you?
Just drop me an email or on Instagram at Jojo Deevoy with 2 E's, but I'm just there to contact. Like, I've been taking people's ats today, like some of you lot are sick, so I just want to hear more, really.
Yeah. Everyone drop your ats in the chat and your emails. But thank you very much to everyone that's been involved. We appreciate the conversation and the constructive feedback you guys have given. Been some amazing music. As always, we're going to put it into a playlist, which will be coming out in the week. Also, the video for this session will be going up in the week as well. And we're here every Sunday, 6 p.m. BST. If your music was not played, then please resubmit. Just send another email, and we will put it to the top. But just know that it's first come, first serve. So the quicker you send us the email, the quicker your song will be played in the session. So yeah, thank you guys. You guys have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
You're
Bless
back again
everyone.
next week.
Yes. All right, bye guys.
See ya.
See you.
See you.